Hey there, and welcome to DollMotion. This video was uploaded together with the Mega Divus Collab showcase video, which has over 130 entries. So definitely check out the showcase video as well. As my entry for the Mega Divus Collab, I will be making a German Shepherd. My first ever dog, Divus. Yeah, it's kinda obvious I'm more of a cat person, but I do want to include more doggos to the channel. German Shepherd Harrison Jones is loosely based on adventurer Indiana Jones, with his name being a combination of Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones. Yeah, I totally stole that idea from Hearthstone. This mysterious character was mentioned by Drunk Alex in episode 20 and will have a big role in the Divus series. So let's begin and make Harrison Jones. If you saw the dog figure in my previous RePaint video, then you found a hint. This video will contain 6 hints. 5 for the upcoming exclusive supporter RePaint video, and 1 for the next YouTube RePaint video. It's a challenge, but can you find all 6 hints? Good luck! For this custom, I'll be using this Monster High Deuce Gorgon head and his male Obitsu body. A returning problem is taking off Deuce's snake hair. But with some force, you can eventually peel it off. He's going to be a dog, so his human ears have to go. And these are going to be my first ears of 2021. When we check the skeleton of a dog, we see that their legs are digigraded. And with this character being 36, we're going to add the bent legs. We do this by sawing the lower legs in half. Before we reconstruct the body, we're going to dye the joints the right color with red dye more. And yes, that's Penny's body in the back. As in, yeah, I started this project over a year ago. I like to dye multiple dolls at once. But after a year of lying in a basket, we can finally reconstruct the legs of this doll. For this, we use sticks and a 2-part epoxy glue. It will start to dry after 5 minutes. We're going to give him animal features in his face, so we place the head back on the body. To fill in the gap, we use epoxy sculpt. We also smooth out his head. And we're adding a dog snout, and not forgetting those long pointy ears. Here's a tip how to make claws out of clay. Roll a small piece of epoxy in a sharp looking point. Cut off that piece and make it round. Place it on a finger and push it on. To secure the nails, it's best to cover them with a small layer of superglue after the epoxy is dry. Speaking of dried epoxy, we're going to sand it down for a better transition. to make it possible to give him a tail, we make a hole on his lower back with a linal cutter. Time to color his whole body. Let's go outside. When we have a underlayer, we can give our doggo the markings that make a German Shepherd. Like a bony colored belly, a black back, snout and ears. We seal in the paint with a few layers of matte varnish. For some body blushing, we use pastel powders and a brush. And to seal in the blushing, we use Mist the Soupy Clear. Now the body is drying, let's work on his tail and hair. For this we use acrylic yarn. Comb out the yarn. If you're going to use the yarn for a tail, leave it as the way it is. But if you're going to use it for hair, straighten it out for a shiny, smooth look. Glue the yarn to a plastic bag and let it dry. In the meantime, we can cut yarn in teeny tiny pieces to make fluff. When the glue is dry, you can peel it off the plastic bag. Trim them to make yarn wefts. For a base of your tail, we use a combination of wires and bandage tape. The bandage tape will give the yarn wefts a better grip. As you know, a tail of a German Shepherd is light brown with black on top. So first we glue a row of light brown and after that a row of black yarn. Comb a part in the middle to make a dog tail. Let's secure the tail to the body with a drop of super glue. Okay, let's jump right in and sketch our doggo a new face with a watercolor pencil. I'm also going to give him a mole on his cheek, like many German Shepherds have. Although it's actually not a mole, but a cheek whisker, where the pigment of the skin got darker. Something that's very common with German Shepherds. When you're happy with your sketch, we switch to acrylic paint. We paint in the whites and we're going to give him green eyes. And now that I'm shading the eyes with pen pastels, let's answer the question of the day. Why do you dye the doll bodies but not the head? Well, we did actually dye the head of this body, but it's totally not necessary. The plastic vinyl of a doll head can easily be colored with paint, but a body, and mainly the joints, cannot be colored with paint. It will scratch off in no time. So when I dye a doll, it's mainly for the joints and other areas that can't be colored with paint. Do you have a question of the day? Please leave your questions in the comment section, and maybe I will answer them in the next repaint video. Back to the custom. To seal the new face up, we spray the doll's head with a few layers of Mr. Superclear. Now as Harrison has a new face, we can add some fluff to his ears. First a light brown color and then black. Let's give him some hair. Going around in a spiral to the top. At the end, you will have a small bald spot. Put some fabric glue on it and push a big yarn bundle on it. To hide the edges of the wefts, we cover them up with loose yarn. Okay, now that's drying, let's work on his outfit. Like I said, this character is loosely based on Indiana Jones. And he'll be wearing a similar outfit. Beginning with the hat. We're going to use this doll hat from a Creatable World playset. But it does need some holes for the ears. We painted a dark brown and some shoe shine for a warrant look. The leather jacket was kinda hard to make, because I didn't have any patterns for a male jacket. But I think I pulled it off. If there is something I learned from making a leather jacket, the more stitches you see, the better. Let's sew in a zipper. Sew the collar in place and some shoe shine for the finishing touch. I also made him pants, a belt and a blouse. The last items he needs are a bag and a whip. Returning to the doll, we give him a trim and hairstyling. But his face still needs some eyebrows. Pin his hair aside. Glue on 2 bushy eyebrows from leftover yarn. Trim them. Some high gloss on his nose and lips. And with this, the doll is done. And here is my entry for the Mega Divus Collab. If you'd like to see more Divus dolls, go and check out the Mega Divus Collab showcase video. It has over 130 Divus dolls. And I'm so proud of everyone who joined. If you like more DollMotion content or like to support the channel, please check out Patreon or YouTube membership. The next RePaint video will be uploaded over there, as a big thank you for my supporters. So thank you Chelsea Panda Monkey, Red Demon 990, Maddening Dreams, Cat Vanity, Mystery Wolf, Painted by Picasso, K Namaru, J Natalie, Tiny Viking 707, Art Weasel Customs, and everyone else. Thank you for making these RePaint videos and the upcoming Divus episodes possible on YouTube. Thank you for watching. And like always, like if you liked it and sub if you loved it. Don't forget to ring the bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!